Composing metal guitar solos, step-by-step guide. Stay tuned. Hi guys, in this video I'm gonna show you my personal approach to guitar solos. I'm gonna break down the example solo that you've heard in the beginning and I'm gonna reveal its structure. This will hopefully help you with your own compositions. If you like the example that you've heard in the beginning of this video, this is actually part of my latest song called Omen by Rage and Fold, one of my bands, so I'm gonna leave a link in this video's description. Let's now start with the approach. Okay guys, let's dive into the solo. The rhythm part, by the way, sounds like this. The key is C minor, so this is how part 1 sounds like. So here I wanted to come up with a shred pattern that is both melodic and also quite tricky to play. As I'm in the key of E minor, all the notes played in the first part are in the key of E minor, and this is a clear pattern that repeats itself on all of the strings except the E note. So this is how it goes. I'm starting on the highest E note on the 90th fret and I'm hitting the B note. I'm ending on the E, and now this figure comes next. So this is basically an E minor arpeggio. So we have the root, minor third, perfect fifth, and minor seventh. And I'm just adding 3 more notes. This is E, F sharp, and E again. All together we have a pattern and a figure. And when you play this part fast, it sounds quite intriguing, like this. It sounds difficult, but it's not. Now let's move on to the next part, part 2. So for the second part, it's O E minor arpeggio, a pattern that repeats itself in different octaves. So we start, let me turn on my guitar, we start on the low E string on the 12th fret. So E minor arpeggio, root, minor third, perfect fifth, minor seventh, 1 octave higher, and 1 octave higher again. I'm bending then on the 17th fret, which is C, on the B note, resolving on the G string, on the 16th fret, which is B. And then I'm sliding from the 19th fret, the high E string, to the 7th fret on the high E string, and I'm playing again the E minor arpeggio. And I'm ending the pattern on the 3rd fret on the low E string, which is the G note. So just learn to use the arpeggios properly and to take advantage of the different octaves of these arpeggios. This is the E minor, and the E major would be good, major third, perfect fifth, major seventh. The same arpeggio but a different octave. And when you combine the first part and the second one played together, it sounds like this. So it's not that hard at all. Just learn your music theory and combine different arpeggios with some figures and patterns. Now let's move on to the most intriguing part number 3 and break it down. Okay, so part 3 is a little bit more complex than part 1 and part 2. The difference here is that I've added some chromatic notes, or notes that are outside of the key E minor, to make the melody more interesting and compelling to the listener. So it starts like this. This is actually a major pentatonic pattern. This is the D major pentatonic pattern, because D is the 7th degree of E minor and it's a major chord. So I'm playing the major blues pentatonic scale that consists of major pentatonic, so the formula is major pentatonic plus flat third. But I'm not starting from the root, I'm starting directly on the major second, E. And again, I'm playing with the octaves. I'm moving that pattern 3 octaves. With the difference that here I'm tapping on the 22nd fret of the high E string. I just don't have 24 frets, so I'm a bit restricted, and I'm tapping on the D note instead of the E again. That it would have been better, but as I said, this guitar has only 22 frets. And here I'm just playing with the chromatic notes. I'm adding notes that are outside of the E minor scale. When played fast, this sounds like this. So I think it's quite interesting. Just don't be afraid to use such techniques in your own compositions. Play outside the key as well. And I'm ending the solo with a pattern again that is completely in E minor. It is ascending pattern. And I'm ending with a full bend, with a classic full bend on the 22nd fret on the high E string on the D note, D to E. So this pattern resembles the descending one in part 1. but it is just ascending pattern. So the third part, when played fast, it sounds like this. Well, that's all. It's not that hard, just learn your theory. Okay guys, so before ending this video, these are my final thoughts. First of all, when composing your own solos, focus on 3 things. Number 1, divide your ideas into 3 parts. This way, you will have a clear structure and you will know what exactly to do. Second, think of a pattern that's in the scale and try to combine this pattern with different figures, like an arpeggio or other patterns, for example, tapping and not alternate picking. Number 3, think outside the box. Don't just focus on the notes that are inside the key, but add some chromatic notes, add some notes that are in other keys, or experiment with the modes of the scales. For example, if you're in E minor, why don't you convert it into E harmonic minor scale or melodic minor scale? You have to raise the 7th and the 6th degree, for example. In this way, you will have more exotic sound. Or maybe you can add some interesting pentatonic patterns, like the major blues or minor blues pentatonic scales. That's pretty much it. Now I have a challenge for you. I will leave a link to the backing track of the solo in this video's description. You can download it and please try to compose your own version of a solo. If you do so, you can record yourself and post it on the internet, on your YouTube channel for example. Then tag me in your videos and then I will watch your video and leave a comment. I'm sure that you will come up with something better. Do it as a practice, trust me, this will boost your guitar skills. I will also leave a PDF file where you can find the full tabs of my solo. If you like this video, please share and subscribe and check out my 2 bands, Rage Unfold and Karma Incident, links below. Thanks for watching, stay tuned for more videos like this one on my channel, and thanks for your support guys. See you next time, have a great day, bye.